All right, it's September 1st, 2014. I'm Wes Hagen. Welcome to my weekly wine blog. It's been a few weeks. We've been in harvest, and we started with bubbles about 3 weeks ago, and then we started harvesting estate Pinot Noir maybe about a week and a half ago. So we're in it. We've got 9 fermenters on the floor, and we're about 20 to 25% done with our estate picks, so we've got a long time to go. We're going to be doing field sampling this morning and seeing kind of what's going to happen with our harvest schedule next week. But this week I want to talk about two things. One thing is this miracle August that we had that really saved the vintage here in the Santa Rita Hills. We had early bud break about 2 weeks early, and we're picking about 3 weeks early. So that 1 week extra was kind of like, is it going to make or break the harvest because we're picking early. Normally we're picking starting about the 12th of September. We started picking a good 3 weeks before then. So I think it's the August and that long, cool August where all the temperatures in August were between about 70, 83, 84 degrees. We never got hot in August, which really gave the grapes a great opportunity to develop a lot of character and flavor. So we're really excited that we're seeing some amazing quality in the fermenters. And so, people talking about 2014 being such an atypical year and making substandard wines. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I think with this beautiful August we're having that we just had, that everything is working out really well, and we're seeing delicious and balanced fruit coming into the winery. The other thing I want to talk about today is a very simple question, which Dr. Patrick McGovern, who's one of my heroes at the University of Pennsylvania, one of the leading archaeologists of alcohol, he studied this question for many years and wrote about it in 2 of his books, Uncorking the Past and Ancient Wine, both of which are highly recommended. And he asked this question specifically: why is wine the most important fermented beverage in the world? Well, he found two real reasons, and the one reason is extremely important and the other is kind of quasi-religious. I'll start with the really important one. Wine grapes, Vitis vinifera vinifera, the Eurasian wine grape, produces more fermentable sugar than any fruit on the planet. Think about that. That means if you want to make the strongest booze on planet Earth and you don't have a still, you're using wine grapes. So that's why it was the beverage of kings and princes and prelates and magnates and all the people and the priests, because it was the strongest beverage you could have. And because distillation technology didn't really come into Europe until the 12th century through the Second Crusade, as the Crusaders were coming back through the Arabian Peninsula into Italy, that's when distillation first hit Europe. So until the 12th century, and they started making grappa and other spirits of various things, really before spirits, wine was the strongest beverage on the planet. And I think wine grapes can continue to have such an amazing sort of following, again, because there is a fair amount of alcohol in it. I always say, you don't see a lot of people doing orange juice or Coca-Cola tastings. I think one reason why we love wine so much is it makes our head feel funny. And that goes back to the second thing, which is, why is wine the most important fermented beverage on the planet? Well, let's go back thousands of years, millennia before Christianity. There's clear archaeological evidence that red wine was being used as a proxy for blood in human ritual. And think about the civilizing influence of that fact. Think about people drinking a glass of wine instead of severing a carotid artery and sucking the blood out of a dead enemy. The difference between vampirism and the difference between elevating our consciousness sort of from the mundane to the heavenly. And then that begs the question, ritually, what impact does alcohol have on the development of spirituality in the human sphere? And I think that's probably something for a different day. But that's a quick little summation of what I'm thinking about today. Why is wine the most important fermented beverage on the planet? It produces more fermentable sugar than any fruit, and it looks a lot like human blood, and that's always kind of driven our sort of spiritual imagination. You guys have a good week. We'll be harvesting at night, going crazy, and appreciate Brandon pushing the little red button. And we'll see you guys soon.